Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. As you enter the room, please post in the comments and leave your name so I can acknowledge you came by. And if you're catching this by the replay, do hashtag replay so I can acknowledge you stopped by. Well, good morning. I am Luciana Turner. I'm the Chief Compliance Officer and your Chief Strategist, coming to you with this morning's Good Morning Tidbit. This morning, I want to continue the conversation about scope creep. Yesterday, we spoke on scope creep from the perspective of how it is when you negotiate a statement of work and the client keeps adding on work in addition to what was originally agreed to and is just not even close to what you're supposed to be doing. But this morning, I want to talk to you about scope creep from the perspective of allowing people to change your intention. Now, this was inspired by my one of my coaches, where she did a live talking about or discussing expectations and letting the process work for you. And it had me think about what my intentions were when I started this 100 Days of Lives. And my intention was just basically to get my voice out there so people would know that I was here. They would see the value that I bring, a little promotion, to be quite frank, of my company. And I had no expectation other than to serve people, to give them 5 minutes of actionable information to begin to answer questions. I didn't intend for this platform to be, I'm going to give you all of your answers in 5 minutes, but rather I would give you the key to finding your answer within 5 minutes. And then I was discussing with someone that I was doing this 100 Days of Lives, and they tried to put all these other expectations on it. And oh, well, you should do this and you should do that. And I never intended for the 100 days to be a sellathon. I never intended the 100 days to be by my program. Yes, I do have a training program that's coming out. Yes, I do have things coming down the pike, but that wasn't my original intention. So I had to think about that. That is scope creep. That is someone setting the intention or trying to reset the intention of my actions to meet what they believe is a good end. And that isn't always a good thing. I'm not saying that someone suggesting that you do a modification is a bad thing, because I was suggested to do a modification to this that I actually think was a great idea and that I am doing. However, if the modification does not meet or does not feed your original intention or the original expectation of your action, then you have to ask yourself, is that modification going to lead to the result that I am trying to obtain? And if your answer is anything other than yes, that means if it's a no, you shouldn't do it. That means if it's a maybe, I'm going to say you shouldn't do it. That means if it does not sit well within your spirit, I'm going to suggest you not do it. That means that you can still take what you're doing and modify it in such a way that if that suggestion was a good suggestion that would lead to a result or goal that you are trying to achieve, then executing it would not be a bad thing. Then you can make modifications, adjustments, continualization with a strategic plan in mind that that continualization is going to lead to this result. But if you set an intention for something, I would suggest changing intentions midstream could be more detrimental and set you back further than if you just allow your intention to flow through with creating a plan for extension to meet that secondary goal. Just my thoughts on scope creep and how it applies in other areas. I hope you found value in what I shared with you today. Excuse me. If you have a suggestion or topics that you would like for me to cover, by all means, drop me an email, post it in the comments, and I'll fit it into my schedule. If you would like to get into conversation to see how we could potentially work together in the future, I have my scheduling link. And also, my scheduling link will just keep you up to date on everything that's going on, including my new masterclass that's coming out. You'll see the advertisement for it shortly, where I'm going to discuss some of the Biden executive orders and how they affect business. And then I'm also doing a master class where I'm breaking down the Defense Budget Act and how that affects government contractors. So you don't want to miss either conversation. And with this, have a great day, be strategic, and implement. Have a good one.